This podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around, where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ashley. Welcome to another episode of Ghost Gossip. We are here with Amanda and Phillip from Offbeat Paranormal. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
They are not only paranormal investigators, but you do designs, correct?
Yeah, we do some woodworking designs. We do spirit boards, planchettes to go with the spirit boards, pendulum boards. We've just invested in a bunch of equipment to start doing stickers for teams. We do
T-shirts, off-the-wall T-shirts.
Yeah.
And really anything that a team is needing, if they're needing like whatever it is, we'll try and figure out how to get it to work for them.
Yeah. Well, we've started doing T-shirts for group, like for teams too, like with their team's logo or whatever they need on it, and really whatever they need. If they need hats or hoodies or whatever.
So what did you do first? Did you do paranormal investigation or did you do like the design aspect of it first?
So we were doing the paranormal investigation first, but we didn't have any kind of name associated with anything. We were just going, doing investigations. Yeah, playing around. But then we both were talking about it. It's both been a dream of ours to start up, kind of like it initially started as an Etsy shop and be able to work its way. And it just kind of evolved to be like, okay, well, on our Facebook side, we keep talking about the paranormal on our design part of it. So we're like, okay, well, let's just go ahead. And we gave ourselves a team name and started on the officially like having a paranormal name. And we started the Facebook and Instagram and all that on that side too. So we generally run both at the same time, but one kind of supports the other as far as really just being able to provide for, the weird, everyone like us. It's a lot of us, especially here in Oklahoma, we're looked at as weird outcasts
Really?
and all of that. Yeah. Oh, it really is the Bible Belt over here, kind of like over in South Carolina as well. It just kind of extends all the way out to Oklahoma.
You cross the Kansas border and things start to get spooky. So we like going north.
Kansas,
Right?
let me tell
Yeah.
you. Everything haunted in the Midwest. I'm like, what is happening out here?
But nobody talks about it. I mean, unless somebody has been able to invest in a piece of property that has activity, there is no chance of even getting into it. Or unless they're having activity and they want a team to come out and look at it, then half the time they're crazy anyways. So it's like, it's hard because businesses here keep it under wraps because they think they're going to lose business. So and then there's a lot of Native American stuff around here too, and nobody really likes to mess with
yes.
that. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. I think they
Right.
deserve our respect and our space. It's tough around here. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, over here, we're just north of Tulsa. A lot of people never heard of the Tulsa race riot, but there was over several hundred people that were killed during this riot. And then, it was by downtown Tulsa, but you don't hear anyone talking about activity there. They have spirit tours kind of in the, bars and stuff like that, but it's never talked about here.
Then again, that's like one of those areas I don't want to go. I personally wouldn't touch that, just with all of the emotion and all of the horrible things that happened. When you get politics in, it's always a sensitive place to be. You never know what you're going to say wrong or do wrong, or so that's why I stay out of that. So I would not do
Right.
that. Plus, I don't want to talk to somebody that was involved in it and just done.
I don't blame you. I'm texting my IT department to see if he can turn all the Wi-Fi off to everything else in the house.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully he can help me out because he had to leave. This is what happens.
Could it be the doll that's causing the issue?
Maybe.
It does. It does for
I didn't have a
Jocelyn.
problem. Yeah. I didn't have any issues before she got here, but I also bought a new laptop. So I don't, it could be. Now, I will say our son was playing Xbox in the bonus room. It's right here. And his Xbox started glitching really bad once she arrived.
What was the
So I'm gonna
backstory on
need
her
you to
from
chill, please. So Roberta here,
You should go get her
Roberta
some
is a
candy or
positive.
something.
She's got candy. She's got
Well,
3 pieces right here.
mm, she needs something else then, flowers, honey,
You want
throw
some honey?
something at her.
I got some honey. Well, so she was one of Jocelyn's positive spirits, and
I
the more so she was, she's mainly negative, so she was having one kinda, "I wanna leave, I wanna leave." Well, I was asleep one night, and Miss Roberta makes an appearance in my dream and is begging to be helped, and she presents herself as Jocelyn because they do favor one another. And it took me a few days, but then I saw Jocelyn's post about needing, what to do with positive spirits that want to get out of the purple room. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Can you send me a video of your room? Because I think one of your dolls came to me last night. And so she was doing the room, and I was like, that one. And that was her.
I was just gonna say we recently had another friend. She had to ground her doll and put it out into the garage because
starting trouble.
it was starting trouble, and so the doll's grounded to the garage.
And then
Yep.
she had the spirit box going and she said, "I need someone to help me. It's cold and lonely out here." As what she heard from the spirit
Oh,
box.
no.
Yeah, terribly pathetic. Yeah, terribly pathetic. She's over in the UK too, so that gets cold.
Oh, it's real cold over there right now. Yeah. Roberta, if you are messing with my stuff, please, please don't. I appreciate you. I'll sit up here and talk to you after. I didn't see her yesterday. I think she's mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. I don't need a doll mad at me, you know?
Just one other thing.
So I'm going to ask you the bland question. How did you get started in the paranormal?
You can go first.
You go
Yeah.
first.
Mine's kind of been a long journey as far as like investigating wise. It was through my friend's mom back when I was in high school, kind of kickstarted everything. As far as the investigating, I've always really been able to see stuff since I was a little kid, but I think a family member kind of put a block on that. But
No.
then certain acknowledgments were still there. Like I said, Oklahoma, I was raised Catholic. And so, that's just kind of that's a tale in itself. But no, she kind of helped me break down those walls and barriers and everything else. And while she came with me once, it's we would watch ghost hunters a lot, but then I would go out on my own and go to cemeteries and kind of feel around, just
Oh.
randomly drive. And then I would find places where I felt like the energy was excessively high or dark or something like that. And I'd just kind of figure out what was going on there and take pictures. I didn't really have a recorder at the time, but at least take pictures and I would get stuff. So that's really kind of how I started. That was 22 years ago.
Mine wasn't near as exciting as that. I've just kind of always had a passion for it. I talked about it a lot as a kid, hearing things, seeing things, feeling things, and it was always pushed back by the family. They wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't
Right.
acknowledge me. They wouldn't, anytime I mentioned that, it's just imagination or whatever. Typical
Right.
response. But when I got a little bit older, I was able to talk to some people that kind of brought it into reality for me because before it was just my imagination, right? And then
Hmm.
Ghost Hunters came out in 2004. And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, these people believe what I believe. I wanna do that someday." And that's how a lot of us got started. There's many, many old
Right.
timers though. I commend those people, but actually it hasn't been until the last couple years that I've really hit the ground running, and it was a place of getting to know myself, having the self-confidence to allow myself to be who I am in spite of judgment or, being chastised or anything. I was raised up in church too and told for years and years and years that the things that I heard and the things that I felt were, of the Bible and all that, and I'm not one to say none of that's true. There's a creator somewhere. I don't know who it is or what happened, but someone did all this stuff. But it's as far as experiences and everything, the paranormal is something that no one's ever going to be able to tell me that it's not true. I've seen and felt and heard way too much, and it becomes a part of you. And everybody asks like, "Oh, is that your job? Is that you get paid for doing that?" I'm like, "No, no, none of us get paid for doing this. It's unless you have your
Nope.
own yeah, unless you have your own platform that brings in, that money, which that's an entrepreneur anyway, so you're still working for yourself. But yeah, no, it's just a really expensive lifestyle. And some people gamble. We chase spirits. We don't chase them. I mean, we like to experience places. So,
Yes.
but
Same.
We very
Yep.
much we initially preferred going sit down place, just kind of be part of it, listen, feel,
Mhm.
and just kind of become one with the place.
That's our favorite.
That is definitely our favorite. We tend to the personal experiences when you go and do that tends to just kind of like magnify, and it kind of helps with the investigation too because they become aware of you and your intentions, and you're not looking to cause a ruckus, and you're not looking to
We're not
um,
ruckus causers.
push them into responses.
Gotta hate a
Diff-
ruckus causer.
Yeah.
Different kind of ruckus that we're able to cause, but not that kind.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we like a ruckus.
But you don't wanna start it. Yeah, you just wanna, like, investigate it after, but don't start it.
Yeah, if something's going on, you know.
Yeah, but one of my favorite
Yep.
places to go and just sit, and experience the place is Ashmore Estates. Have you got to go there?
Oh, yeah.
Love
I
Ashmore
haven't been there. It
Estates.
looks cool.
It's an amazing place, and,
It really
it dr
does feel like home.
yeah, it draws me, and when I'm
Yeah.
there, it feels like I'm part of the family. It feels like, you know, if I lived closer, it would be creepy. I already told Ashley, I was like, "You realize if I lived closer, I'd be there all the time, just hanging out,"
Yeah.
you know? But, her and Robin have become pretty good friends of ours, and, they're actually gonna be our first stop. We have a big road trip coming up in March and April. So it all started out that we were gonna go to Salem, Massachusetts with Richard S. Stepp and MJ Dixon. But then we were like, "Okay, but we fly in there and out there." I was like, "That sounds boring. Let's make this fun." So we decided we're gonna rent a car and drive from Northeast Oklahoma all the way up and around,
Wow.
and, yeah, it's like a 30-something hour drive total. But, our first stop is Ashmore, and then every night after, we have something going.
So we have several investigations going. We're going to be teaming up with a lot of different teams throughout the process. And so, you know, we're going to Ashmore, we're going to ISS, we're looking at Billy Creek, we're going to Old Hospital on College Hill, stopping off at Gettysburg, you know, a couple of day tours maybe at Eastern State Penn and Pennhurst.
Oh, cool.
Um, going, of
Yes.
course, I mean, if we find ourselves in West Virginia, we have to go to Point Pleasant. So that's kind of a
It's on the way.
Mhm.
it's on the way. It's a must. You have to.
I mean, why not? It's right
I
there.
was like I was like, "Can we stay, can we stay the night in Point Pleasant? Because it's relatively close to the old hospital on College Hill." But then I looked at the drive from there to Salem because 'cause we'd have, that one day to get there, and it's like 11 or 12 hours, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. It'll just have to be a day
Oh
trip."
my gosh.
But I wanna stay the night there.
But
It'll happen someday. We're dragging Chumming with us. You know those guys, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They
Yeah.
my buddies.
Yeah.
yep,
They're our buddies too, they're good guys.
they're going to be with us on a
Very
few of
good
those
guys.
investigations, and we're really excited about that.
Mhm.
Yeah. JD, I'm actually texting JD. I was like, "Help. Him and John. Help. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help." What is
Help
it?
me to help
Cuba
you.
Gooding Jr.?
Help me to
Me
help you.
help you. That's how I feel right now. I just help me. Just somebody help me. I
Aw.
hate technical difficulties. I don't wanna move her out, but I might move her out of here to see if that
Go tuck her in so she can take a nap.
Do you need a nap? She's 58. Do you think she needs a nap?
Yeah, I'm 40 and I need a nap.
I'm 41. I need naps too, but I don't nap because I'm also perimenopausal
Me too!
and I can't sleep. Okay. Where were we? I'm so sorry.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Was it the road trip?
Road trip. Hang up. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So y'all are going to Salem. Have you been to Salem before?
We've been working on a book right now, trying to learn,
Reading a book, not writing one.
not writing one by any means.
We're the type of people that have to work on reading a whole book.
But we're
Same.
trying to learn as much information as we can. Those people are crazy. Just the more we get into it, the more we're like, are you serious? Like egos mixed with religion is never a good idea.
No.
And
No.
then
No.
add on top of that, something that was causing, I forget what it was, but maybe consumption or something like that was causing.
No, that was the excuse. It wasn't real. I mean, they said that the reason that the girls had like where they went all twitchy and stuff and went crazy. Do you remember that in the story? Like in the beginning, the little girls started having convulsions and stuff. They
Right.
blamed that on
Right.
consumption. There's no way. Also, hydroencephalitis or something like that, like water on the brain or something. But they had, and I don't know. But
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
so, but
we went to Salem in September It was neat. It was very busy, but it was a cool place. I would like to go back when it's not busy.
Yeah, we're going in April, so it should be a little bit better, I guess. But yeah, Salem during the fall, that's when everybody wants to go. Ugh,
Yes.
no. That's like going somewhere, anywhere on spring break or Memorial Day weekend. It's
Yeah.
like, pass.
Yes. When y'all are there, have you heard of the Salem Witchboard Museum?
Yes, I have.
Is it like spirit boards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Yep.
we talked to somebody
So
about
John
that.
is the owner.
John is the owner?
Yes, his name's John. He is wonderful and he's very, very smart. And he has like over 600 boards in that museum.
We might have to bring him a gift.
Might have to.
Yeah. We just bought a bunch of lumber today, so I'm super excited.
There's also like a
Yeah.
traveling spirit board museum that's going around. We're gonna have make a board and have
Making a
them
board for him too.
show it off too. And so we're definitely trying as far as that side, it's and then proper spirit board use anyways, because a lot of people are kind of scared of the spirit boards and they think
You have one in your cabinet. I just saw it.
I do. I do. It's not opened. It's because it's
but
purple.
the best way I can describe it is gun safety, but you have spirit board safety. So as long
Right.
as you only set your intention beforehand of what you want and just make sure to close it afterwards, you're not going to have any kind of issues. If you leave it open or if you're inviting the bad, then yeah, you're going to get the bad. But it's whatever your intention is
Yeah.
for what you want from it.
You get what you're
Yep.
looking
Like when
for.
you're like 13 playing at a sleepover and you don't follow the rules and then it freaks you out. So you put it in the freezer. That
You
was
put it
my
in the
experience.
freezer?
All of my friends and I put it in the freezer. Yep. That poor mama. Now that I'm a mom of girls, I'm like, good Lord, that poor mama.
Open up her freezer and find a Ouija board? Yeah, that would be a little.
Well, it came out. It didn't fit. So we had to take it out. So, yeah. So, how did you get into building or creating Ouija boards? How did that start?
Well, I've done woodworking for like 10 to 15 years, just teaching
Oh,
myself.
cool.
Yeah, and I used to build like furniture and stuff, custom furniture, and sell it, but I quickly got tired of people's opinions and I stopped doing that there anyhow. And I'm a perfectionist too, so anything that I do, like I have a lot of and a lot of pride and a lot of heart in it. That's what I tell people when I'm doing these boards too. Like everything I have at the moment is put into it. I'm completely exhausted spiritually and emotionally after completing one of these boards because I put so much energy into it. Good energy and loving, supportive energy, protective energy. But yeah, I got tired of doing that and then I would just do it for a hobby and I'm like, I'm looking for any chance that I can to save scrap wood or what do they call that? Reclaiming something or like reclaimed wood. So now if anybody has any reclaimed wood from any locations, I would love that.
Oh,
But
Or a tree that got struck by
ooh.
lightning.
no trees that got struck by lightning. We are not going there. But anyhow,
Sounds like there's
yeah,
a story there.
we're not going to go there. But it was his birthday and I'm always like one of those, I'm crafty. So I'm like, I want to you make him something. And we talked about spirit boards and you're going to get up. And I just bought a wood burner and it was I began with one of those cheap little wood burners and I did it without telling him I was going to do it. So I would burn during the day while he was at work. And then he would come home and it would smell like burning wood. Like I had a campfire, so I had to like air out the bedroom every time. I think it took me 2.5 days to finish. It's really slow going with those old boards. Here, go
But
ahead and show her.
yeah, here's the one that she made me for my birthday.
So it has the first 4
Ooh,
locations that we investigated together. So
cool.
it's really cool. But yeah, yours is really pretty.
That's
I love that
beautiful.
darker. So at that point, everybody just loved it. Like anybody we showed it to just loved it. And they were like, "Can you make me one? Can you make me one?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." So I made a few boards I was like, just pay costs, of the materials and I'll make you one. And it's gone so well that people just keep asking for them. So, and it's nice to know that cuz we're mellow investigators. We're not Zach Bagans after demons or anything. So,
Oh, come on.
no, I'm good there. But so it's nice to know at least as a consumer that if you do want to utilize that tool for communication, that you can get it from a place that you can be 100% sure that there's no bad intentions in this device in this piece. So that's, and now once it's in your hands, I can't control what you do with it, obviously,
Right.
but yeah.
The first time we used, the board that she got me for the birthday, we were at McIntyre, and there was a couple of other groups that were there with us, and we didn't realize one of the groups had put a dead bell in there, a couple of rooms over. So we started using it, and Amanda had asked why the spirit was there, and we started to spell out
Dead.
dead, and halfway through that bell went off, but it didn't like really click until we were spelled out the whole word. The other friend that was using it, her daughter was in that room. She didn't even know it was in there.
Her 15-year-old daughter was
And
just like chilling on the couch, like playing on her phone or whatever.
she's like, Mom.
And we recorded it, and you hear this ding, and then there's like a second or two, and she's like, Mom? So we had to run in there and save her.
She was nowhere near the dead bell either.
And it was the first time it went off all night and the only time it went off. But that was cool.
But we were also able to verify a individual that had drowned in that river that was near the villa. Her name was Sarah, and I think she was
There's Amazon.
24 or something like that. I don't know.
She was
So
pretty young.
we got her age, we got her name and the incident, and we Googled it, and
It was verified.
so it works.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's very cool.
I'm a natural skeptic too, so I always try to, when I do something like that. And I think that's one reason I struggle, is because I am in my head, I'm always trying to disprove it. And I usually always doubt, what's going on at the time, whether it's REM pods or boards or whatever.
What is your favorite, like, of all the equipment or pieces of maybe either like a board or a bell or anything? What is your favorite, like, investigative equipment that you use?
Other than our own bodies.
Yes.
I really love a pair of Vic Firths and an SP7 just
Oh, yes.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, the spirit box. I think the reason I like to be the one to go under, because it makes me feel very close to whatever spirits are there, whatever is there, whatever comes through to communicate. I feel like every time I do it, I grow a little more, and I'm allowing that skeptical, controlling side of me to kind of be released a little bit. And so every time I do
Right.
it, I get more and more, I don't want to use the word vulnerable, but I get more and more soft to that being used as that conduit for communication. We've been able to verify stories with that too, which those get a little nuts sometimes, and I'm still skeptical. I mean, you're watching it, you're listening, you're like, "Oh my freaking Lord." But during the time, you're hearing these things, and I'm getting better at being able to pick out the things that jump out, kind of like a fish out of water, versus I'm trying
Yeah.
to dissect all of everything that I hear. Because you're going to catch radio stations, but every once in a while there's just
Right.
I'm getting goosebumps. Every once in a while there's just something that sounds different, and it's almost like when I do it, because I'm extremely empathic, so I feel very deeply and very strongly. It's almost like everything that I am just tells me that that's the communication that I'm supposed to relay.
Mhm.
But that's my favorite.
I haven't had too much exposure to my favorites, a little bit. Really would love to be able to get my hands on a Jeff Fenton box for sure.
Mhm.
Um,
You know
A
Jeff
what?
Fent?
a Jeff Fent
Mm-mm.
box. So he makes these really amazing like ghost boxes, and
Like portals.
like,
Boxes or portals.
yeah,
Oh.
and he tends to use wood from different places. He's done a
Mm.
couple that had Penhurst, and it just when I hear them go off, they're absolutely amazing. A good friend of ours, Paranormal Family,
Heather.
she has one, and it's so cool. First time we saw it in use, we were over at a prison, and it said it asked us to pick it up and carry it. So they wanted to travel with us the whole time, but we had to carry it.
I just grabbed it by the handle and just walked around with it. And it was crazy
You're like, "Okay."
because yeah, there were some locations, because when it comes through, it doesn't come through like radio stations. It's just kind of
Right. It's like, is
throwing
it
out.
kinda like echoey?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda like the necrophonic app. It's like that's what it's called,
Mhm.
but it's all that all that things that he does in the middle. But it was neat because when we first got there, they would not shut up. The voices would not shut up. Like, everybody wanted to talk. There was, like, 6
Wow.
or 8 different voices trying to talk. But then by the end of the evening, we were sitting at the opposite end of the building, and hardly anything came up. So it was all the background noises were there. I mean, all of the normal stuff that you hear, but just the voices
Mhm.
had stopped. The Sony recorder that I have too is really nice. It has a really sensitive microphone, so it'll catch a lot, but I have caught so much on that. And it's one of the ones that you can listen to live. So when you're recording EVPs, you can hear them as they come through. So we've utilized
Oh,
that in locations. There was one, I think I posted a reel about it a few days ago. It was one I did when I first started at Creek County. It was here in Oklahoma in Sapulpa, the Creek County Courthouse. But we were walking through like this hallway into this bathroom, and I was with one of my friends, Susan, and she said she was talking about how last time they had activity there, or she had whispered it or mumbled it or something. And then right after that, there was this huge exhale, like a big drawn out breath, yeah, and then I kinda you can hear my
man.
footsteps stop, and I'm just like, uh, oh," and then another one comes through when I say, "Did you?" And then another one comes through, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen back to that because and after I heard that and listened back to it, showed Susan, got it confirmed that she hears it too. Both of us got full body chills. It was just like static all over our bodies at one time.
Yeah.
And then the rest of our group came and we had a total hour 15, hour 30 REM pod session with whatever was there, and it was really active. So at an active courthouse. I mean, this is being used every day of the workday, every workday of the week. It's crazy.
Do you find yourself getting more activity because you're sensitive?
Mm, we were talking about that earlier.
So we both are, and whenever we get around others, then it really ramps up. She's more of the empathic side. I'm much more of like a physical medium, and so we kind of balance each other out in that respect. But
Which is really nice because he keeps me safe and I keep him safe.
we definitely, when we get around others, then the activity will pick up, and we'll start to feel more and start to really play off on each other for things that are going on.
Yeah.
So I've definitely believe at least the activity does ramp up.
Does it ramp up or are we just more sensitive to it?
It could be more sensitive to it.
I think once we've spent time at a place and I really feel like there's a layer of trust there, or there's a layer of at least when they feel like they're safe, they're comfortable to come out. That happened with us at Sleeper Mortuary. So we went there twice before. We've been there 4 times total, but the first 2 times we went, we got hardly anything. We didn't get hardly anything because we were, seriously investigating and had all the equipment, and I had my video recorder out and everything and doing all the right things, right? We didn't really get anything. We got
Right.
something here and there, but then the 3rd time we went for it was with JD and, Larry, and I was just like, "You
Mhm.
know what? Let's just go, do the podcast, have fun, hang out, get to know him," because that was the first time we'd met him in person,
Right.
and, we had more activity that night than any of the other nights that we spent hours and hours investigating, and it was just right in front of us. It was literally right in the kitchen, and we were in that room with the fireplace doing the podcast. And then the same thing happened actually the weekend after that. We went to the ugly Christmas sweater party at Sleeper and tons of activity.
Oh yeah.
Tons of activity. Oh my gosh. That Josh, man, he sure ramps things up. I mean, if you're around Josh,
Oh,
it's like you're just around him and energy just sucks to him.
I've never met him, but just watching him on social media, he's so much fun, and that's probably
Oh, he's a hoot.
when you're not out there hunting it and you're just having fun, then
Right.
that's energy in itself. That's
Yeah.
happy energy. It's drawing it in. They're like, "Hey, we're partying. Let's go."
Well, and they don't you know, we were talking about that in the car earlier, and I'm like, it's funny, it's weird to think, like, you're trying to assume that a spirit thinks or that a spirit makes those conscious decisions. The spirits don't their physical brain is gone, so what are they
Right.
using for is it like an ESP sort of thing? Is it some other kind of energy exchange? We don't know. So what do they use to establish whether or not we're a safe place? Is it evidence-based? Do they actually sense you? Does it take a little bit of time? I really think that it takes a little bit of time. I don't think they automatically
Same.
trust. And I think we, especially as heavily emotional people like we are, and I guess, you are too, but we vary. Our emotions one night might be safe, and then our emotions the next night might be, skeptical or
Erratic.
Mhm.
erratic. Thank you. That's erratic's good for perimenopause. But
You
but
got that right.
anyways,
Say that
yeah,
again.
right. But anyhow, I don't know if the activity changes more, if it ramps up because we're sensitive, but I think that it helps us being sensitive and knowing that we're sensitive and being comfortable with that finally and encouraging each
Yes.
other to be comfortable in that and uplifting each other and just like there's him and I meeting, we met on a dating app and I don't know how it happened, but it happened and I'm happy for it because it's like the best thing that's ever happened to me is having him. Don't tell my kids that.
I love that.
But
Which I
Nobody
led
will
off
ever
with
know.
I did lead off with
nobody.
being interested in the paranormal too, because that's what she had.
I had that on my
She was talking
profile.
about that. Because in here, you have to be direct.
Perfect.
Like, in Oklahoma, you gotta be like, "Yeah, I am in the paranormal stuff." Because if you let that out, we've lost friends because of that,
If you won't walk through a cemetery with
Wow.
me and enjoy it, I don't wanna be with you.
which that's where our first date
It
was at a
was.
cemetery eating lunch, and then we went to go do the
Oh,
Estes method at
spooky.
a crybaby bridge near us, so it was a
Yeah,
spooky first date. It was good stuff.
it was so good.
Those couples that Estes together stay together. How sweet. I love that.
That needs to
My
be a
husband does
T-shirt.
the Estes with me sometimes. I love it. Yep,
Nice.
gonna have to make a shirt. Add it to the merch.
How
I'll
far are
put
you from, Camden?
2 hours?
I'd highly recommend if you ever get out that way to probably do an SS session or something because they hear a lot of drum beats. There's a Revolutionary War site. They do reenactments there. There's some really old graves out that
Mhm.
way. It's a really cool place to go. Definitely highly recommend if you ever get out that way to head over there.
Yeah. My daughter's dad, his parents live in Camden and Lugoff, that little area right there.
Oh,
So I don't go down there much, but I actually lived down there when I was married to him. We lived in Ridgeway, which was just, kind of right stuck in the center of that. Well, kind of north of it, but I don't know. Directions, who knows? I do have a question for y'all. So I found a good question. I was like, I didn't read the answers because I didn't want to see what you thought. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm going to ask them and get their answer since they're asking their followers. I'm going to ask them to hear what they think because I actually have an opinion on this. So,
uh-oh.
your thoughtful Thursday. During investigations, there are times when EMF pumps are used to increase the electricity in the air to help increase activity. What do you think about that?
So we've been getting more and more into we listen to Greg and Daniel, we watch them, they do experiments. We've definitely at one point she tried to increase EMF and kind of
I did a piss
build
poor job.
kind of build something that would increase EMF and all that. Everything's energy. So as
Hmm.
far as what our belief with energy is, it can either be created or destroyed.
Our assumption.
Our assumption, anyways.
It's
So
all speculation. Nobody
Hmm.
knows what they're made of, how they become.
so yeah, while EMF is all the same, I brought up Jacob's ladder and just, EMF pumps and,
That thing's
yeah,
scary, but it's cool looking.
why not use an EMF pump? We don't necessarily like to wake him up, like,
No blowing the
Amanda
death whistle.
Amanda absolutely refuses for me to get a death whistle.
No, not
And
only does
paranormal
it
has a death whistle.
oh, I know she does. Yeah.
And, which I thought, I mean, it sounded insane whenever I heard it, and I'm like, "Oh," and there was a room we went up in after that was blown that was making people sick just stepping in it.
Oh,
So, yeah,
gosh.
that was over at, Emmaus. Uh,
Mm. Emmaus is good.
we don't like to, like, antagonize or anything, but if we can help them increase the
Right.
energy, they drain batteries,
They
people
do
get
do that.
tired, they pull energy from somewhere. If we put in, like,
Yeah.
say if you use an EMF pump or something like that, it increases the activity.
Makes sense.
And
Hmm.
going further into it, I brought up the question of, people that are, around constant EMF. So if you're around a panel box or if you have power lines going over your head or something, that does cause, prolonged exposure does cause
Nausea,
nausea
hallucinations,
and all
dizziness.
that. But how long
Mm,
does it take? How long
right.
is it for
Ghost Hunter
uh,
says prolonged exposure.
but nobody knows. And I was kinda
Right.
looking that up after I, posed that question too, and there's not really a set standard for, what is prolonged exposure to it. How much does it do it? I kinda related that to being in survival mode. If anyone's ever had to be in survival
Yeah.
mode for a
Yes.
prolonged period of time, it's hard to get out of survival mode.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Yeah.
if you're always at a heightened sense of awareness and always open and always feeling the other things because the electric EMF is there, it's going to start causing paranoia and everything because you're always at a heightened sense. So it bears, the question, what is that prolonged exposure and how can you limit that? So like a test, if you go into a room that does have the high EMF in there, just send one person. That could be a way to figure it out. Like, okay,
Control.
yeah, have your control, have them try and get some results for what's going on, and then have maybe someone outside the room that's away from that and see what you get from there too. There's all types of tests and experiments you can try. And it's really interesting to bring up these conversations because, how can we increase knowledge? How can we, try and figure out other methods without conversating, without bringing it about, put aside the, oh, I did it first or we did it first or, we're the ones responsible for this. It's like, oh, great. But like, I know a lot of people don't want to bring up Elon Musk ever or anything, but one thing with Tesla is that they wanted to share the technology and not hold it back for themselves. So Toyota adopted the large screens that were from Tesla. He shared that technology. So why not share the ideas and thoughts of different ways we could try to help communicate or solve cases or, bring comfort to a family,
Mhm.
which we don't do residential, but somebody else could. Someone else could
Right.
figure out, oh,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, you do have high EMF, and you are experiencing things in the paranoia, which is definitely, probably cause for that, but it could also be ramping up whatever else is in there to begin with.
You know what? Yes, one person that's really, really fun to get hyped up about this stuff and to get his little cogs going is Larry from Chumming.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Larry, I love when his little cogwheels start ticking. I love it because you can just see it, and his eyes brighten up. He's like, "Ooh, I think we did that 2 or 3 times during the podcast when we were doing it with them last weekend."
If you watch Wacky Wednesday, their Wacky Wednesday, this past one,
Mm-mm.
we're actually part of that with them, and they're talking about
Okay.
a lot of UFO encounters or sites.
Oh.
Drain, I guess, electrical stations or whatever like that, and his cogs started going. I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't know that before." So we're a little unhinged
Ooh.
and having a good time there, but that
Nothing
definitely
wrong with that.
no, it's definitely something be like, "Hey, are they needing that energy to be able to keep going?" So that's a whole other conversation, but yeah, those different thought processes, I absolutely have to try and deep dive into it and figure out, I probably have about a million more questions than ever answers, but I'm always willing to test them out if anyone
Right.
else is.
Yeah, we've both been parents for a really long time. Shoot, I'm 40 now, and I've been a step-in parent since I was 17, so and it hasn't ended. I mean, obviously, I'm still a parent, but I mean, they're older, they're 9. My youngest is 9 now, and, when I met him, he's got kinda the same story as me, and we're just like we both have the same passions, we both have the same we don't want any more kids, we want adventures, like, that was part of my profile too, like, you have to love adventure, so that was one of the first things we clicked on, like, random adventures, spontaneous decisions, go do fun shit, and not like, "Oh, let's go to the club." No, let's go hiking up in these spooky woods looking for this old, house that's abandoned up there, and let's go chase Bigfoot, in the woods somewhere. It's
Yeah, just kind of feel the energy. Should I turn left or right? Do I need to go straight?
Mhm.
I feel like I'm getting pulled this way. So you start driving that way and then you find a spot. You're like, probably should get out and walk around here
Or keep going.
Oh,
or
that's
keep
cool.
going.
But
Yeah. Or don't stop here. Lock the doors. Drive faster.
Yeah, I've had that too.
we did that at Goatman's
Yes.
Bridge. Just didn't feel right.
Ooh, I might be going there in March, but I don't know if I'm going to make it out. But I'm hoping to make it out in March to go down
Mhm.
to the haunted hill house with all of the girls. But I don't know if I'll make it. But if I do, I know we're going to go to the Goatman's Bridge as well.
Yeah.
So there is a place that is about 20 minutes south of Goatman's Bridge, Miracles Within.
Metaphysical,
It's a metaphysical shop, but they want to make it
safe place.
a safe place, like a third home. Your first home's your house, your second home's your work, so your third place is gonna be there, and they put on events every month, they have a lot of
Oh, cool.
stuff, the owners, she's amazing, and they're all extremely very knowledgeable and everything, and we just I mean, circumstances pushed us to that place. That's, fate kinda led us there, but, yeah, it's an amazing place, so if you get a chance, pro you know, check that out when you're down there.
Or anybody else in the, Texas, Louisville area.
Yeah.
Is it Louisville or I think it's Louisville.
Louisville.
It's
It's
got a
Louisville,
W.
yeah.
So we're gonna be, vendors too at they've got a monthly kind of vendor fair that they do for metaphysical things, and that's really cool.
Ooh,
So you
I
don't find
love
many of those.
metaphysical.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
those are like my happy shops. Every time we travel, I find one and I'm like, "I like it here."
Yeah, we do too. We have a really big one in Oklahoma City,
Craig's Emporium.
Craig's Emporium. So it's if you're
Ooh.
ever down in OKC, go to Craig's Emporium, you will not be disappointed. It's chock full.
I've never seen something a shop as big and as wall to wall filled with occult metaphysical items as I have this.
Mm-mm.
It is
They have so
packed.
much. It's so cool.
Wow.
It's
I
one of my
want one
favorite shops.
here.
Me
I
too.
need a I need a nice metaphysical store here. I know we have them. I think there's one not too far from me. I have to make my way that way. And I think that might be the biggest one near here, but other than that, you don't I mean, they're around, but you really have to look for them.
You have to be in a 10 on finding them. That's kind of how it was out in North Carolina. You just they didn't really exist too far. And where we were, I either had to drive out to Wilmington or I had to drive out to Raleigh, and that was about the same amount of drive either way.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just realized something.
What?
Get to get my other tattoo tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yay.
she's getting a green man.
No, wait, I'm getting it right here. He's gonna go right here. So I'm really excited. I got a water nymph right here, and then my ghosties right there. So and then we're gonna put a green man right here. We're working on the sleeve. Little bit by little bit.
Oh, nice. Yep, mine too. They're
Nice.
work in progress.
Ooh, I like that one on your inside forearm. That was pretty.
Thank you. It's cherry blossoms. It's a cover up of a horrible cat that some high guy did. I didn't realize he was high until after he was done, and it looked like a bat-eared fox, and so I had to
Oh
have it
my
covered.
god. Bless your
It was
heart.
horrible.
Was it at a studio?
So, yeah, I never what now?
Was it at a studio, like a tattoo studio? Or
Yeah,
was it a
yep,
friend?
but it was kinda late at night. It was a tattoo studio, it was late at night. He was by himself. I walked in, I was like, "Hey, do you have time to do one of these?" I had just lost my cat of 21 years and, just was, emotional and mourning for my baby, and he's like, "Yeah, I got time." And, yeah, he sure did have time. He had the time of his life on my arm. So, yep, had to get that covered up, and the lady, she hand drew that and then it covered you can still see it up close, like, in person. You can still see the bat winged
Oh.
ears like this. Like, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
No.
So,
God bless.
Yes.
a guy that's high is horrible at tattoos, but you come across a guy that's high making your Subway sandwich, and that's
Oh, no.
She's like, "No."
So, is there a location that you've been, whether it's investigating or just visiting, cemetery, anything like that, that you would never go back? Like, you were there and it was just like, "Oh, I don't like it here," and you just won't go back?
I have one, but I don't wanna disclose where it is, but I had a really bad
Okay.
experience there, and I'll never be returning. No desire whatsoever. It was one of those places, though, where you hear beforehand that there's supposedly bad things there, that there's bad energy there, and as an investigator, I thought I was going in safe with a group that I knew, you know, and,
Right.
so I knew of all these things, and I'm like, if I'm gonna be doing home investigations and all this, I need to know what it feels like because 'cause I'd never been around that bad energy before. During the investigation, I didn't feel anything. We heard some disembodied voices that weren't aggressive. The building was beautiful and, didn't think anything of it until I went to my hotel and tried to go to sleep, and I started getting really, really bad sick and seeing some very awful things when I closed my eyes. That had never happened before, so it scared me.
Mm.
So, prayer and Palo Santo got it off, whatever it was, even if it was
Yep,
just a
I yeah, I need
situational
some of that.
thing. Yeah. Oh, and I love Palo Santo. I hate the way sage smells, it stinks. But, yeah,
Yeah,
got
it does.
got it gone, and I will never go back there.
there's a place that I have gone back, just because it's like, okay, I almost wanna repeat it just to see if it is what it is, or if it was just, like, the
Right,
energy
right,
was
right.
amped up or something like that. But it's a random place, absolutely random place. My friend was like, "Hey, this place is I've always felt it kinda creepy there. Do you wanna come by and, like, check it out?" And so we pull up down this road. It's actually not too far away from where we're at now, and we sat there. I've driven you by there before
Mhm.
talking about it. And it's just this field. There's houses on the left side where we were, and then this giant field on the right side, and we were just sitting there and just kinda listening, being a part of it, and, um, a
I'll be right back.
a scream, like, right in our ear of the final sound of somebody cracking when they're tortured. Like, when you're watching the movie and someone's getting tortured and like, final, like, "Hey, I'm getting tortured" scream? That's exactly what it was, and
Oh.
it was like we had the windows down, and it was like they did it, like, almost, like, right in the window, like, it was loud.
Oh, that
And
sounds horrific. I don't like that.
oh, no, that's we got out of there after that, like, I was still
I
very
bet.
new.
Yeah.
I was still very new in that type of part, and, we ran from that. Probably the only time I've ever just like, "Oh my god, I gotta get out." Um,
Time to go.
as far as, like, yeah, an issue happens, then, it's like, "Okay, we gotta go."
Yeah.
And, it's always knowing when's safe, when you need to leave and everything, but that was the first time definitely hurriedly got out of the way. So a couple months later, we went back and
Mhm.
we, just to kinda, like, replicate it, and this branch out of nowhere comes flying in through the window. Like, the wind picked up and this huge branch just, woo, it just barreled in through the window right at us. Come to find
Oof.
out, I guess it was like a some strong wind to come through the entire area. Coincidence or not, that branch went straight in through the window area. So it's like,
Was it the
okay,
same window where you heard the scream?
yep,
Oh
same
my god.
window, I'm parked in the same place. Yeah, and everything is we're trying to replicate it. And then that happened. And we're like, oh my God.
I don't believe in coincidences. Nope.
No. So it's definitely feels like a more negative area for right there. Not really sure
Mm.
what went on in that field, but definitely something interesting for sure.
Huh. Y'all have so many places out there. When I was visiting in November and they were just like going down the list, and I was like, good Lord. And everything's, relatively a couple hours from one another, but relatively close. Like, considering, it's impressive because over here, we're in the South, but we don't have like a lot of haunted houses where people investigate here.
It's more of so what I found out on the East Coast from, like, North Carolina, South Carolina, um, the battlefields. The
Yeah.
battlefields, the cemeteries, the older things to be able to go out and do that. I don't know so much as, like, yeah, like, the haunted places that people rent and they go out and they do that, but there is a place in North Carolina I would absolutely love to see, or at least be able to get into. I've had a picture from there before, and it's out by Goldsboro. For some reason, I can't remember the name of it, but, there was a battle out that way. One house was used as a hospital, the other one was just kind of a house part of that, and just knowing, I mean, you look at it, but then you touch it, you feel it, you can see it, but, being allowed in is an entirely different story. For us, yeah, it seems like a drive, anywhere is at least 2 hours for us to get
Yep.
anywhere. So we're 2 hours
Yeah.
from,
Iola.
Sleeper.
Hmm.
Arnett
Yeah.
House is a little bit further away.
Oh, I
McIntyre
want to go
was
there.
like 3 and
And
a
you just
half
go straight
hours.
north.
Yeah.
You're straight north and you're just hitting all these places.
Wow.
And Atchison, you have McIntyre, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the Sally House, you have the Demon House, and then
There's another one too.
there's another one that I'm missing, but like Atchison, you're just like, "Oh my god, really? What did you
Yes, like,
do
what
up here?"
happened, Atchison? Exactly, what happened here? Like, is there a lot of Native American history in that area, you think? Because
I don't know.
relatively all over, but it makes me wonder if something happened there.
Right, for sure. Um, yeah, down here, there's a lot of Native American stuff, and unless you're Native American, you're not gonna get in.
We have one friend that gets to get into those things. Lucky turd.
Okay. Wow. How do you get that kinda clearance?
You have to be Osage Indian.
Oh, well, I
I'm
guess
screwed.
they are, so
Yeah. I'm like Norwegian all over the place.
Now there is
It's fun.
Guthrie, Oklahoma out here, just north of Oklahoma City. That's a really haunted community as well.
But then there again,
Um,
nobody shares their space.
no, they know it's haunted and people know it and they're like, "No, you can't. I don't want you in here." But the State Publishing Museum is there, which Guthrie was the original capital of Oklahoma, not Oklahoma City, but they stole the seal in the middle of the night
Oh,
and took it to Oklahoma City. But
whoops.
that's where the seal, that's where statehood was announced, was at the Publishing Museum. And so she'll allow every now and then for groups to come out, or, hey, we're doing a fundraiser and you can go investigate out that way and everything. Stone Line Inn is also out there. Yeah. But for the most part, they don't allow people to really investigate, even though there's stuff going on.
Yeah, I can understand both sides of it. Like, I love haunted hotels that lean into their haunted history. I think it's great.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But I
I don't
also
like it when it gets
understand
all
why they might.
touristy.
Yeah, but I also understand, like, some of them don't want y'all to they don't wanna be known for it, They don't wanna run
Mm-mm.
off their regulars, and there's one in North Carolina we went to, and they would not talk about it. We didn't like you, we just go to experience. Like, I don't
Mhm.
investigate. I will go to investigations with investigators, and I have equipment, but I mainly use it for validation or just experimenting. I don't go looking for it, and when I'm there, I want to experience. I wanna feel what I feel and be able to base it off that than being behind a camera or doing this, doing that, you know?
It gets old quick being behind a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. I mean, being sensitive, it's a little bit of a different level just to the fact of it's a different experience. So,
Yeah.
it does come a time and place where you're like, "Okay, I need to put the equipment down and I need to just feel." It almost
Right.
feels like a crutch or something that's limiting what's going on versus just being able to experience it.
Yes, I totally agree. I love to just feel it. Like we went to the Crescent. That was my first haunted hotel I've ever stayed at. And we heard scratching on the ceiling at 3:30 in the morning. It was amazing. I go back in 2 weeks. I cannot wait. That is the place that calls to me. I
Ooh,
love Eureka Springs in
Really?
general.
Aw.
that's awesome.
That's,
Yeah,
like, right down the street from us.
that's yeah,
I
about
mean, not
3
Yep.
hours,
literally.
2.5, 3 hours,
Yeah.
something like that.
Are they having an event at Eureka?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be
The
there?
ESP.
Mhm, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
I'm
now and then they'll
excited.
shut
I
down
will
the entire hotel.
for investigations or for events.
Yeah,
Events.
for events, yeah,
Yeah.
and then, they'll have you stay there and all that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
A lot of people like the Crescent Hotel for that reason. I've been there several times, but I haven't investigated it, so it'd be interesting to go in with a different perception because I haven't, but it would be how does it feel there? Is it more of like a is it an eerie kind of feeling, or is it more of like a welcoming kind of feeling?
So it really depends on where you are. So the fourth floor doesn't feel as welcoming as the first, second, and third. I got a really bad headache when we went up to the fourth floor and I got really woozy and nauseous. And I actually had to go back to our room and get some medicine and come back while we were on the tour because it was super heavy on the fourth floor.
Mhm.
And the second and third were fine. The first was fine, but then the morgue, that's really where it starts to get like heavy and, just uncomfortable. And I didn't love being down there. I mean, it was cool to see, but it did feel like it was harder to breathe down there. And if you see
So
something back here, that's one of my animals.
so were you, probably channeling the girl that, fell off the, 4th floor then?
Yeah. Yeah. So I stayed right under where she fell. And when I was on the balcony, I was like woozy, woozy. Like I felt like I was going to fall forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, what is like your dream place to visit? Where, like, if you could go anywhere in the world that's haunted to visit, where would it be?
I've overseas, really. I've said Edinburgh Castle before. I go up to Scotland.
Ooh.
That would be pretty amazing. London in general, that would be all the history there for sure. I'm a big history buff, so all the history and then the Romans, everything, all it would be awesome to get underground tunnels or anything. Would be really cool to
Oh,
go
like the
see. But
catacombs?
yeah, like the catacombs. I know
That scares me.
Parachum had mentioned something about the catacombs too, but like we kind of had a little conversation about that. But I don't mind going into the really dark, kind of scary places and just kind of see like what it's all about. I'd even love to be able to get out to Dracula's castle out in Romania. That'd
Oh,
be pretty
yeah.
cool.
That looks really cool. I would love to just see the castles. The castles
Mhm.
in Europe, just so much layered history, so much happened there, so many, I mean, it's existed for so long. Just,
Right.
yes, I would love to be able to go experience the castles out there.
I'm castles too. That one in Scotland
Oh,
or Ireland is the one I wanna go to.
okay.
It's, just all of that history and all of that everything that has been within those walls,
Mm-hmm.
that energy is still there is
Yeah.
really, really, really cool. As far as the US, where would I wanna go in the US?
We're hitting a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're heading I would really love I would love to go to Sweet Springs. I would love to go to, Penhurst.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I'm sure there's a few others.
Yeah.
I mean, Eastern State would be cool. That's a big location. I'd love to go to some of the plantations down in New Orleans or, south of New
Oh,
Orleans-ish
yeah, yeah.
down there. I love the cemeteries down there in New Orleans. Just like
Oh, yeah, they're amazing.
not even for a feeling or anything, but just the beauty, it's
Yep.
gorgeous there.
Mhm.
I don't know what else.
I
Well, that's
mean,
quite a
just
bit.
Yeah.
no one can get into Sweet Springs because it's still the owner died, and then it's still up, and I don't know if it's litigation or what's going on with that, but
Oh, no.
US wise, I think Sweet Springs would be really awesome to actually be able to get in there.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever heard of that. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Oh, and Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, yeah,
But they don't let
never get
anyone
in
in there.
No. Yeah, I don't think I wanna go out there. It freaks me out. I don't know, I might change my mind later, but as of right now, I'm like, "I pass. I'll pass." So,
Which part creeps
well,
you out?
guys, we have stumbled our way through this, and I hope it works. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media. Where can they come follow you? And just give them a little. I'll have it in the show notes, but just let my listeners know where they can come and find you.
We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. Not using the TikTok yet, but we will.
YouTube.
YouTube.
And offonpurpose.com is our website
Hmm.
for our Offbeat
Okay.
by Design page.
And we're going to be hitting some shows. We know we're going to the Cryptid Fest June 6th.
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
We're going to,
Yep,
yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
there.
you will? Fabulous. Are you going to be at Missouri Paracon?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be at Missouri Paracon. We'll be probably chumming with the bros. And I don't know, just we're going to add all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we'll have announcements on the page and everything else about which expos and exhibits we're going to be at, and
Yeah.
just
Cool.
this year is our year to really start expanding and kind
And
of
have fun.
and get our name out there because
Yes.
that's what it's about.
Yep. That's how I feel about 2026 too. Time to expand and try to reach new people and grow and just see where it leads us, you know?
Yeah. Go forward, even if you doubt yourself, even if, that's my thing. Like, yeah, just keep going forward. Just keep trying. Just keep trusting. So I got to trust my feelers.
That's right.
I got to trust my feelers.
I always
appreciate it.
I always say, trust your intuition. Your intuition's never wrong, and the only time it lets you down is when you don't listen to it. That's what I tell my kids all the time. So, but yes, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. I apologize for all of the technical problems. I would like to cry. I might go cry into my pillow now, but it is what it is. We stumbled through it, but thank you so much. Everybody go follow Offbeat Paranormal. Check out their Ouija boards. Check out their website. They are incredible, and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok's not as great as people make it out, but they're over there. If you're there, go check them out. And then while you're there, make sure to follow me, Ghost Gossip Pod, Ghost Gossip Podcast, and Ghost Gossip 24/7 at gmail.com. Until next time, they will see you later.